when you listen to people, there's a lot of negativity, and I don't think that's necessarily warranted. I think it's amazing, and it's great that London can host something like this and chosen to. But I kind of agree. There's been this country puts on 10 Premiership football games every weekend, and 250,000 people attend them. And we do this, we put on test matches every week in the summer, and there's such a fuss for this, and you have to wonder whether it actually has to be like this. People come from South Africa to watch the test matches, and they manage to get the grounds okay without, 101 helpers and transport being laid on, and I kind of think we've gone out of our way to be incredibly helpful, and I don't necessarily think we had to do that, but I think it's brilliant, and there's a great buzz about London. I just kind of question whether it has to be so big and we have to do so much, and whether it just has to be a city-based games. Why can't it be a England Olympics, and then you can use all of the different facilities up and down the country. You get much more participation. Why does it have to be in such a short space of time as well? Why do we have to build an Olympic village that costs millions of pounds when you could use all of the different hotels and accommodation up and down the country? Kind of seems like the IOC has a blueprint for how it has to be, and you either fit in with that blueprint or you don't get the Olympics. And I kind of question why it has to be so expensive and why they have to build absolutely everything all in one city, because I think it excludes places. So Annie's from New Zealand, and I don't think any city in New Zealand could ever host the Olympic Games. But if it was a New Zealand Olympic Games, I think they probably could, because they could fit the venues in up and down the country. So I just kind of, it's great, but you kind of look at the amount of money that's spent and everything that goes into it, and you just kind of wonder whether it has to be like that.
It seems quite flamboyant, when some of these athletes come from countries where they really have nothing, and they've fought tooth and nail to be able to come to the Olympics. And yeah, it's a great occasion for them, but I wonder if they might find it slightly insulting that they just, money is kind of spread around so kind of without kind of care, and they've kind of fought so hard to get where they are and to even be here.